Barbara.
And I'm Karen, and we're the Sing Sisters. This is our tech bit on using notifications for mail.
So today we're going to focus on mail notification settings. If you want to learn more about the whole notification center and settings for other things besides mail, check out our tech bit called iPhone, iPad Notification Center.
Right, and so working along our other video, you know from watching that, if you have, that notifications are in settings.
Yep.
So if I tap on settings, and they're right here. And the nice thing about notifications, it's a little bit different than on a computer, where on a computer, whatever app you're in will have preferences that you can change and stuff. On here, on the iPad and iPhone,
right.
It's all here. And notifications are not by app, they're all in one area,
Right.
which I think is great.
Right,
Yeah.
and what it allows you to do is notify you
Right.
in a number of different ways.
Right.
And why would you want to do that for mail?
Right. Well, so
we'll
I was
talk
going to
about-
show you, these are the apps, and we'll go down and we'll find the mail.
Right.
Now, why would you want to, these are all the apps that you can do notifications for.
Right, which I try to turn off. You'll notice when you download an app, it always asks you, can I send notifications?
Oh, I know, and then you're always getting all those things. So you had to
Yeah.
scroll quite a ways down to find mail.
Yeah.
Now, why would you want to use a notification for mail?
Right.
Let's say you're waiting for an important email. So you want to make sure that you know that it's there, and you don't want to always look back and forth in
You
your
don't
email
want to be checking your
program.
email
No.
all the time. Right.
And I'm the type of person that I like to know when my emails come in. So if I'm
Right.
on my device, I like to have notifications coming in, even if I'm not specifically waiting for one.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
So I do that,
Yeah.
or definitely if you're waiting for something important. And there's different styles that we're going to look at for you to get notified.
Great. Perfect.
So first of all, you can see when we went into it, the first thing is allow notifications, which makes sense, right? So you want to turn that
Turn
on.
that on. Otherwise, if you turn it off, you don't get any options.
Right.
So you want to make sure you have that turned
So
on.
that's a good thing to point out. If you don't like notifications in your mail program at all, just turn it off.
Right.
Then after that, below that, it will list your mail accounts.
Right.
Right here, we're only showing one mail account for filming.
Right.
If we had more accounts, they would be listed here.
Right. And then these other two options we're going to take a look at after we look at the general notifications. They're more specific.
Right.
So,
Right. So we're going to go into our first account. And so if you had more than one account, you're going to have to customize each account
one. Right.
on its own. You can't like group them together and set them all the same.
Right. I wish they had an all
I know.
accounts
So,
feature, but
so
they
we're going to
don't.
go into our first account, our
Right.
only account in this case.
Right.
And here's the screen that we see here. And up here, the first one is Show a Notification Center, which if I swipe down, that's the notification center.
Right.
And we have a separate tech bit all on that.
Right. That we mentioned earlier. And you may or may not want them to show up there. And then you just swipe it back up.
Right.
And so you can turn that on or off.
Yeah. I
Because
generally
that's,
have it off.
yeah, because I don't really need to see them there.
No.
That's one way some people might want to just look at their notification center to see mail. But
Right. Then below that is you can pick a sound, like you
Right.
can in so many other things, a way that you want it to sound when it comes in. We're just going to leave it there.
right.
And then here, this is a badge app icon. What that means, it's the notification when we're out here. I can show you quick.
Yeah.
Right there, that little red circle. You can see it in different places, but here it is on the mail app, telling you how many unread emails that you have.
Uh-oh. We have 21 unread emails.
You better watch our video and get control of your email.
Better.
3-part series.
That's right.
Okay. And the last one is show on your lock screen. If I had that turned on, it would mean if I, whatever alert I'm going to set up will come on when you're at your lock screen.
Even if your phone's not on,
Right.
it's just sitting there, it'll pop up and show you got an email.
Which this I might use a lot when, like if I'm in a meeting and but
Right.
I'm still waiting for something, or I'm in a conversation with someone, but I really need to know, but I don't want to be rude and keep looking at my phone.
Right, right.
I can just have it sitting next to me, and I know that it will pop up on the lock screen.
Yep, that's a great use.
And then down here, we have the different type of alert styles. Again, if you read the gray text, we're always pointing that out. It tells you what this is,
Right.
alert style. And the first one is none. So if I
Right.
had that, it would be nothing.
Right, there would be no specific
The next
alert.
one is banners, and that is that banner that goes across the top. I'm sure you've probably seen it.
Right.
And the last one is called alerts. And a banner, if I go back to banner, it will come up for a few seconds and then go away. Oh, and now look, I've changed it to alerts
Right.
style. And what this one does, unlike the banner, which comes up and leaves after a few seconds, this one comes up and stays until you take some action on
Take
it.
action on it. And I just sent that email, just so y'all know.
Right.
I just sent it. So
You
that
just sent it.
yeah,
It's magic.
It didn't just pop up when she did alerts.
But, so I'm gonna have to decide, do I wanna close that, or options that I'll show you in a second. But here's, to look at is, it shows you who it's from, and then I'm a VIP, you can see the star, and it's giving me a preview of the email.
Right. And then look at the options that you have too.
Right. If you go in there, what do I wanna do? Do I wanna open that email, throw it in the trash, mark it as read, or close it?
That one
I'm just
cracks
gonna,
me up. Throw it in the trash.
just gonna trash that.
Trash it. I don't want that email.
I don't wanna care about those people.
Silly.
So for
Anyway.
right now, I'm just gonna close it.
Right. But she knows that it came,
Right.
so that's great.
And then alert would stay up until I
until you do something.
did something with it.
Right. Or you
Right.
get another alert. We've run into that before too. If you get more than one, they'll just come on top
Oh,
of each
right,
other.
yeah. And just stay there forever.
Yeah.
All right, so those are the different styles. And then this is where you can do show a preview.
Right.
Do you want to show a preview of, a little preview of what
Might
the
be
email
a
is
couple
about?
of sentences. If it's a short email, like the last one, it just showed the whole thing.
Right.
You may want to turn that off if you're expecting a sensitive email. You may not
right.
want if you're with
A
other
secret
people.
email,
you
perhaps
don't-
something fun.
You just want to know what's coming, right? Because if it shows on your lock screen and someone you don't want to see it sees it, they might see what the email is about
Right.
too. So you might want to turn that off, and that's
Right.
just easy to do.
Great.
Okay. Now let's take a look at one other option that you have. These are a little bit more advanced options. If you have set up someone as a VIP, a very important person in your mail program, and again, you can check out our tech bit on
Getting control of your mail.
getting control of your
We
mail.
talk about VIPs.
Talk all about that.
The organize it, the first one.
Right? And here, when we go into it, we have all those same notifications that Karen just went through, but here for our VIPs. So maybe you don't have any notifications on for your general mail, but you have it on for your VIPs.
Oh, that's awesome. So you can pick it by person, really.
Right, well...
Oh, no, it's by everyone who's a VIP.
Everyone who's a VIP, but that's okay, because if they're VIPs, you probably want to know when an email
Right.
comes through them. And you have all the same things. You could have a separate sound for your VIPs.
Right.
You can show them on the lock screen. Maybe you wouldn't show general email on the lock
Right.
screen, but you would show your VIPs, and you probably want it to be alerts. You may or
That's
may
right.
want previews.
So you can treat your VIPs like VIPs.
Exactly, exactly. And then also, another cool thing is you can treat thread notifications the same way. And a thread notification is, let's say that you've emailed 5 people, and as the replies come in, they're kept in like an email thread. And we talk about that in our Getting Control of Your Email as well,
Yep.
I think in part 2. Perhaps part 3, maybe part 3. I think it's part 3,
Yeah.
advanced features. And that's a nice thing to know, because you're waiting to hear back from everybody, and you can't take action maybe until you've heard from everybody. So maybe you want your thread notifications
Okay.
to show up as alerts.
So you can treat those separate. And does that
Right.
do it as every thread that you
Yeah,
have? Yep.
unfortunately it's every thread. I wish you could pick a specific thread. Or maybe you don't want notifications for the threads. Maybe
you can
they're
get a lot of
annoying.
chatter if
maybe
there's a bunch of people
Yeah,
on there.
maybe your threads are not important. They're
Yeah.
just a lot of people talking, and you don't want to be bothered by
Right.
them. So it could work either way. So
So, yeah, that's the mail notifications.
right, and you did mention, Karen, that we do have a 3-part series we recently put up
Yep.
on email, getting control of your email.
It's a great series.
Right, part 1
A little
is-
bit longer videos, a little
Yep.
more in depth.
Right, and we get into the Macintosh as well.
Yep.
And so there's part 1 is organize it. Part 2 is
reducing stress.
right, which is a great.
Email could be very stressful.
Yep, we'll show you how to make it less stressful. And then part 3 is advanced techniques,
which
and
there
things
are quite a lot of advanced things you can do with the
There
mail
are,
program
there
that
are.
not a lot of people know about.
That's right.
So.
So that's our tech bit on using notifications for